So for the introduction, I will introduce about our informant and also his organization. So after we are doing the research and we are agree by discussion in a group that we will interview Encik Muhammad Izzat, which is he is a senior leader of GPMS organization. So for your information, GPMS is a stand for Gabungan Pelajar Melayu Semenanjung in Kuala Besut, Terengganu. So GPMS is very well-known Malaysian youth organization established to encourage educational and personal development of Malay students, playing an important role in creating life country's future leader. So, Mr. Izzat also served as an economic exco for the Muslim Youth Movement of Malaysia, ABIM, giving him a unique perspective on leadership and issues faced by Malaysian youth organization. So when we are conducting the interview with Encik Muhammad Izzat, he actually introduced himself as a senior leader of a GPMS. So our main objective interviewing with him is to know more about leadership communication and some issue that occur within the organization and how he as a senior leader can solve the issue. So when we are conducting the interview with Encik Muhammad Izzat, actually he gave us the detail about 3 main issues that happen in his organization based on his experience. So the first issue is lack of active involvement from new members. This issue refers to the problem of new members who join the organization but fail to actively participate or get involved in the organization active and also operation. In simple terms, it means that after new people sign up as a member, they do not remain engaged or contribute their time and effort to the organization initiative. So, the second issue is negligence of duties by members. This issue relates to members of the organization neglect or overlooking their tasks and responsibility assigned for them. In simple terms, it means that members fail to complete or fulfill the duties they are supposed to carry out as part of their role of their organization. For the last issue, he mentioned about poor participation from members. This issue refers to a lack of a consistent and meaningful participation from members, particularly those in leadership position in the organization activities and decision-making process. In simple terms, it means that members do not actively take part or contribute to the organization events, meeting, and overall functioning, especially those who hold important position within the organization. So that's all from my part. I will pass for the next presenter. Next, I will present about the factor. The first factor is impact of COVID-19 pandemic. The COVID-19 pandemic had a significant impact on the participation, involvement, and task completion of members within the organization. The lockdowns, social distancing measure, and gathering restriction distribute the normal functioning of the organization, making it challenging for members to actively participate and engage. Additionally, the psychological and emotional toll of the pandemic, such as increased stress, anxiety, and uncertainty, contributes to a lack of motivation and commitment among members. However, the effect of the pandemic varied depending on the organization size, structure, and adaptability, with some organizations being better equipped to transition to virtual modes of the operating than others. That's all for me. I will pass to the next presenter.
The second factor is policy change by Ministry of Youth and Sport. The Ministry of Youth and Sport has lowered the age limit for youth, impacting youth organization and club by reducing the pool of eligible members. This change might be to align with international standard, address demographic shift, or target specific youth goal. However, it means fewer new members and potential loss of existing one. Youth organizations must now adapt their programs to fit the new age criteria, which could disrupt operation and limit the time young people have for personal and professional development. For the third factor is impact of lifestyle and prioritize on membership. Encik Izzat noted that members participant in youth organisation is greatly affected by their educational and career responsibilities. When people start university or enter the workforce, they often have less time, energy and money for extracurricular activities. Busy schedule and financial issue make it harder for them to stay active in this group. The impact of this life stage varies among individuals depending on their motivation, time management skill and support system. The structure of the organisation also affects the participants.
That is about strategy. To overcome the issue, Mr. Izzat also used a communication strategy in the GPMS organisation. Mr. Izzat used a monitoring and evaluation strategy. The strategy used to realize key performance indicator (KPI) in an organisation. At the same time, this communication strategy helped to detect the effectiveness and also analyze the problem that is through monitoring and feedback from the other GPMS member during meeting and gathering. It can be concluded that the frequency of meeting helped Mr. Izzat as a leader to know the task progress of each member of the organisation. Next strategy is about the situation analysis strategy that also helped Mr. Izzat throughout this time as a leader in the GPMS organisation. This strategy usually involves the activity of assessing the current state of communication in the organisation. The aspect that also discussed using this strategy is what are the goals, objectives, who are the parties involved with the organisation. Furthermore, this strategy also uses SWOT technique, namely strength, weakness, threat, and opportunity that exists in the GPMS itself. Next, I will be passed to the next presenter.
So the third strategy taken by Mr. Izzat is always give credit to every member of the organizations to ensure that each of them get involved in the organization and always perform in their tasks and activity. And Mr. Izzat also emphasize their worker to always volunteering themselves. So member will get remunerations for every activity or program they will participate in, and the nature they have among them will help them to create sincerity to serve the community without expecting anything in return of it. The responsibility given by Mr. Izzat is not only illustrate him as a leader on organization, but he is someone who not only far-sighted and a critical leader. Mr. Izzat also take initiative features a communication strategy by implementing a plan in detail by outlining important informations that need to be prioritized for each member of the organizations. The implementation plan include timeline, responsibilities, and action that should be taken. So this strategy is for positive change in terms of engagement and participation, as well as the relations of duty among the subordinates. So that's all for my explanations. Thank you. So I will pass to the next presenter. Thank you.
Next, we move on to the suggestions to overcome the problems mentioned. The first suggestion is by the implementation of a campaign that raises awareness about the significance of involvement in GPMS. It is essential that the organized campaign include a core component that explains the advantages of becoming a member and the good effects that may be provided to the Peninsular Malay community. Through the implementation of this well-planned campaign, the community as a whole, and particularly the younger generation that is still in school, will undoubtedly experience an increase in awareness. It is imperative that these individuals have early exposure in order for them to have the opportunity to become pioneers of the country in the future. Secondly, the suggestions or idea that may be implemented to address the challenges and issues that are being experienced by the GPMS organization is by express gratitude and appreciation to those individuals who take part in the organization's activities. Recognizing and appreciating the accomplishment of these new members is of utmost importance in order to boost the level of excitement that these individuals have for working for the organizations. This in turn will lead to members who are always enthusiastic and in turn will definitely lead to satisfactory work results in line with the wishes of the company or organization. A formal recognition, a certificate of appreciation, or branding as the best member on a monthly or annual basis are all examples of this recognition. Next, I'll pass to the next presenter.
Thank you, presenter. I will continue with the third strategy, which is establishment of clear roles. This suggestion is to make sure that every member in organization is assigned responsibilities that are clear. It will help to increase the quality of work when the members are expert and interested in executing the work. At the same time, it also helps to avoid issues like the member forgetting the duty that has been assigned to them. To summarize, from the interview session with Mr. Izzat, the main issues that occur in the GPMS are lack of active involvement from new members, negligence of duties from the members, and poor participation from members. That the main three factors that cause the issue are the impact of COVID-19 pandemic, policy change by the ministry, and the priorities on membership. The three suggestions to solve the problem is the implementation of the campaign, expressing gratitude and appreciation, and establishment of the clear